Everybody cares about the popular kids, but tonight we talk about the little guy.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another top 5 tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And we are back with another episode. This is episode 217, Drew. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
And I think I've been here for all but one episode.
Really? Which one did you miss?
I think there was one our first summer. I wasn't able to do recording, and then you and Andrew did like a book review or talked about something, just the two of you. I have to go back and look.
I don't know. I think I missed remember. Like 5. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
3 or 4.
But yeah.
No, we don't want to talk about how much Andrew's missed.
But we are back
tonight.
We are back with another top 5 because we know everybody loves the top 5s.
Yeah,
and we've done so
one of these and all.
Well, we did one a couple months ago with Andrew. But like,
true.
I don't know. It's hard to come up with top 5s now because we've done so many.
Mm-hmm.
Like now it's like top 5 Padme outfits. Like what are we gonna do? Like I don't know. Like
we all know Jeremiah's first one for that.
You know, everybody's first one for that. But so we kind of thought we're thinking, and maybe this one would be kind of fun because we've done our top 5 characters of all time in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But and some people have asked us to like maybe like redo a top 5 character, see if it's changed since we started over 3.5 years ago. But I was thinking, well, maybe top 5 minor characters. You know, something people in the background, someone that gets minimal screen time. That like, dang, this is a cool character. I want to know more about them. I wish they had their own show or something like that. Because there's a lot of characters in Star Wars.
Yep.
And so everyone has their favorite minor characters and all that jazz. So we thought we could do that. So that's what we're going to do. And so this will probably be a quick episode because it's not going to be any deep discussion necessarily, but it'll be cool to see what Drew and I like.
Do we have any of the same?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping one of them is the same, but I feel like we're going to have completely different lists. And so.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious.
But, Drew, do you want to go with your number 5?
Sure, I'll go with my 5. Gotta pull up the list.
So it's top 5 minor characters with minimal screen time or just like a background character. Maybe like it's just one shot during the background standing there. Like, I wonder about that guy. So
all my characters are pretty minor, but they have like a role, but like I want more. Like I want their own like side thing or
right.
Like I was like looking up like top 5 minor characters.
I always too.
and like the first one that was like everyone's top like number 5 was the guy who like grabs the thing, the
ice cream bucket.
Yeah, whatever that guy's name is.
I was gonna bring him up for like a honorable mention. Wilrud or something in his name. Like
yeah,
but
like I don't. That's not my list. All right, so my number 5 would be Greedo.
Oh, okay.
Like we get him. He dies pretty quickly, and we kind of get him with Anakin. Like
yeah, because
episode 1.
Yeah, for you don't know, Greedo was one of Anakin's childhood friends, which I didn't even realize till like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
but like to get like a development time in between episode 1 and episode 4 would be kind of cool. Like how he became a bounty hunter. And there's probably like if Andrew was on here, like, well, in the EU, okay, but he's not here. So for all I know, he doesn't really have like a big story via like I want to see like I
Because
want to that'd
is
be
he a
cool.
bounty hunter or what is he exactly?
He becomes a bounty hunter, I
Is that what he
believe,
is?
because
Okay,
he works for Jabba.
right. Okay,
Yeah. So yeah, Greedo it would be my number 5.
it'd be kind of funny if like he had like a mentor or something, and like you always have to shoot first.
Oh yeah.
That'd be kind of funny just to make fun of that. All right, that's a strong one because he has minimal screen time, so that's
Hmm.
cool. All right, my number 5. Maybe I only have this on my list because I've been editing the VCU for a lot lately because we're almost done. I'm gonna finish it tomorrow, but I want more Boss Nass.
That is my number 4.
Oh no!
That's funny.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah, because Boss Nass, he's an interesting character that we get in episode 1,
Hmm.
and I think the next time we see him is at Padme's funeral.
Yeah.
So like he doesn't die.
Mm-mm.
Like I thought, like for some, I also thought that he just died, and then the next boss Leone was the next replacement. But I guess it's kind of maybe like an elected position or something
It
like
seems
that.
like their president kind of.
Yeah. So Red Buff says in the chat, Boss
Boss Nass
Nass,
rise
rise
up.
to power.
Yeah.
um. So yeah, because if you remember from the VCU, there's a lot of Boss Nass in there, and so like he's just like at the top of my mind editing
Well, and
all this
Boss
stuff.
Nass's boss calls in sometimes.
Yeah. So I don't know, I think it'd be cool to see like what happened, like why he stopped being the boss and what he does like like he's retired now. Like what does he do? Like is he just slobber all over the place or like what? Like, I don't know.
Well, and like how did he become the boss?
Yeah.
Like or like what is that role? And
Yeah.
the relationship between him and Jar Jar, that would be kind of cool. Like how they banned,
Oh
like
yeah.
they end up kicking out Jar Jar.
Like what did he say? What was it specifically said in episode 1 that he did?
He was clumsy or
Is that what it
something.
was?
I don't remember. He like
Honest,
did something and it caused a big ruckus, and because of that, they kicked him out. But like to see that moment,
that'd
that would
be
be
cool if
kind of
like
funny.
it'd be cool if like Boss Nass like was like the Jar Jar was on trial for what he did, and Boss Nass was like the prosecutor, like trying to
Mhm.
convince everybody to kick him out. He kicks him out. That'd be kind of cool.
I would see that show though if they did like that. What if they did like an Office?
With Boss Nass,
Like a Boss Nass as the boss, and then you have Jar Jar as like
world's best
the
boss.
white kind of in the background, you know, like that kind of relationship development, but like a sitcom comedy
That'd be funny.
Star Wars thing. That would be kind of funny. It might get old after a while, but yeah. But that's funny. Yeah, that was I was thinking about that too. I'm like, we have some weird like we have so many fans that talk about Boss Nass. And I'm
Well,
like,
mainly Brady. He's the one that
yeah,
brings it up all
he
the
pushes
time.
that narrative a lot. But I'm like, yeah, he should be on my list because I want to see what this hype's about. And somehow Brady knows why, but I none of us do. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was my number 4.
If that's your number 4, then I might as well just jump to my number 4. Kind of revitalized with the Book of Boba Fett, but Max Rebo.
Oh.
So he's the blue elephant looking guy that plays
Yeah.
in the band. Because it's funny because he's on the barge in episode
Mhm.
6.
Yeah, how did he survive that?
And he survived brilliantly because we see him in the Book of Boba Fett still playing was it like a piano thing that he plays or what is he? I don't even know.
360 piano.
So like and then he's not in that casino thing in the Book of Boba Fett when it blows up. So like he's out, he's still alive.
He
He's
dodges
like,
bullets, man.
dude, he's like maybe he's force sensitive. He knows when there's danger coming. He's able to dip out of there. But it'll be cool to see how he got off the barge, sand barge
He
thing.
probably like jumped and then snorkeled with his elephant trunk through the
Maybe.
sand, and that's how he was able to survive.
Yeah. So Max Rebo. It's
Max
funny
Rebo,
that they
that's a
brought
good
him
one.
back. Like,
I mean, another like one. It's not on my list, but one that was on the list was R5. I'm like, well, we've been getting a lot more of R5, but I feel like if there's a character on Tatooine, somehow they're gonna bring him back. That's what it seems like with these new shows.
right.
So, yeah, it was surprising to see him in Book of Boba, but at the same time, it kind of fit. Like it wasn't really that out of the blue. So,
Yeah. All right.
all right,
Well, we're already through our top
I know
first two rounds, but what's your number
we
three?
should have done top 10 maybe.
Too
As
late
we
now.
go, we're already
We
like
got like
10 minutes into this
we have
episode only.
we have 5 voicemails, so that'll keep up some.
Oh, okay, that'll eat up
Add up
some
some time.
time. All right, well, my number 3 is Aura Singh. I know
Okay.
we kind of get her in the Clone Wars a little bit, and there's a little background, but to
Yeah.
like full develop her character past Clone Wars, I think would be really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she's alive past Clone Wars, right?
Yeah, because Beckett is the one that kills her. Remember
Oh,
that from
yeah.
Solo? So like I considered putting her on my list, but I'm like she got a lot of. I felt like she had
That's one on my list. I'm like,
yeah, because like there's like a lot of characters in the Clone Wars that like. Well, I'm like we got like you
I want to
know
put Cad Bane, but we've got him.
we got him through Clone
Oh,
Wars,
and then
Book of
Boba now.
and Bad Batch.
Bad
So
Batch.
it's like yeah,
I want him to have his own show. Like it'd be cool to have a younger live action Cad Bane bounty hunter show. It'd be really fun. But I feel like there's gonna be more more things that we might get of him, so that's why he's on my list. And Orison was kind of similar. I'm like, I
that's
want
kind
to
of
know
right on
more
the
about her
line.
though. So
Yeah, I don't know, she's a cool looking character. Like I've said it on the podcast before, but I think Cara Delevingne should be cast as Aura Singh.
yeah.
I think she could kill it. I think that'd be.
Hmm.
I feel like Cara Delevingne looks a lot more like the cartoon version than the live action version that we see her in episode 1 during the pod race. But like
Oh yeah, we do see her in
she's
episode 1.
standing and watching
Just
off the,
standing.
and so, but yeah,
And that's the only live action version of her we've got.
right.
So we've
So
been seeing leading up to that point. Like if they did a live action show leading up to the point where she sees a pod race would be kind of cool.
yeah, definitely.
Like imagine that ending. Like she was this cool mission, and then the whole show ends with her standing there
Like
watching the pod
what if
race.
it's like it ends like because she just like killed a bunch of people and to blend in, she's like joined the watch this, like she's like an
Yeah.
audience, like, and this is how it.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be
really
cool.
sweet.
Disney, if you're
Sweet
listening, we
ending.
just wrote a
There's a
story for you.
pitch. There you
There
go.
it is. Yep.
Dave Filoni, get on it.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, my number 3. Now I want to know if you know who this person is by their name because we don't hear the name spoken. We just know that this is their name. I think it's pronounced Elin Sleaze Bagano. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's the guy who tries to sell death sticks to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I want to see what happens after. Like, did he
What
rethink his
happened to
life?
him? Did he
Like, what
change his
happened to him?
life?
Like, that'd be so cool. Like, it's kind of like in like the Men in Black franchise.
Mhm.
Like in the first movie or something. Like, they flash, one of the guys. He's like, you need to get married and start a family. And that's like when he does a flash thing to make him forget. And like throughout the movies, you see this guy like start a family, get married. Like you just see him. Like I think it'd be cool to see something like that where we see this guy get his life together.
Why could I see that as like a Vision show?
Vision.
Like, I could totally see, like, that point, and then he walks out and then, like, changes and
That'd
his
be
life
cool.
and, like, helps out, and it's just, like, a fun y w thing, and he, like or, like, I could see as, like, a guy who becomes, like, a lead in helping other people break their habits. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or what would make it really cool would be, he's selling, his death sticks, but like he has people above him that aren't going to let him out. And it's like he's
Oh.
on the run from like the Pike Syndicate or
Oh.
something that's selling these death
Yeah, there we
sticks or
go. That's a
something.
better than just a guy walking out shaking his head like, "What is
And
my
it's like,
life?"
or it's like he goes and rethinks his life. He starts a family, but like he's in hiding, kind of like Galen Urso, like at
He,
the
like,
beginning of Rogue
starts a
One.
oh, that'd be cool, and then you find out his kid is actually someone in Star Wars that we know.
Broom Kid.
Okay.
He had to like hide his kid
And his
because
kid
like to
gets
protect him as Broom
enslaved.
Kid. That'd be so cool. So Elon Sleaze Bagano, but it's spelled like
Sleaze
Sleaze
bag.
Bag. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your number two?
Alright, my number 2. I don't this is another one that I'm like, it might not even count, but
Okay.
it's on here because I want a lot more of this character. I feel like we've gotten he's very popular in the Star Wars universe, but we've only ever got like like hints of him or like not hints, but like we only get him in s- I can't say the word right now. Snippets.
Snippets.
But like he is a significant role and we see how he dies. Um Jabba the Hutt.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a major character in Star Wars.
Yep. We
But we
see
don't
him.
know why he's a major character. Like we know why, but like
How did
how
he
did it
get
become
like a whole like Hut Syndicate like story?
yes.
That would be cool.
Like
Because we see a
it's
little bit of him in Clone Wars. We see him in Episode 1. We see him in Episode. Do we see him like in the updated version of
yeah, a
Episode
4 when he's
4,
walking around.
and then we see him in Episode 6. So
Yep.
yeah, that's actually I forgot about him.
Like he's a major character and we've act like for our viewership, like we think we know a bunch about him, but we really don't know much about him
Right.
on screen. I don't know about the EU or even comics or whatever, but like he is one of the scariest guys in the galaxy.
Yeah.
And to get like a whole story about how he became that, I think would be really, really cool.
Yeah. Like the
And
whole. I wonder like how long the Huts have been. Because I think even during was it in one of the High Republic books that we read? Wasn't there a reference to the Huts? Like, so like they've been around for centuries. I feel
mhm.
like. And I think Jabba the Hutt was like 250 years old or something when he died or something like that. So
Yeah, he was older, and then like even in the Book of Boba, we get his cousins, but
yep.
like the line of the Hut clan and like how he got like the castle and all that stuff. I think that would be really, really cool story arc to see
And it'd be
personally.
cool if like at the end of the season or like the series, it's like about him and Han and like how like Han failed and like why he's on the run basically from
And yeah, they could even show this, like they could do that story through, like if they would have kept doing like Solo and like how
right,
he became such in debt to Jabba. Like we know the story, but do we actually really know the story? Like we didn't visually see the story.
right,
And I don't know, we might get that in the Lando show, but
maybe that'd be cool. I don't think we've mentioned that on the podcast yet, but it
I don't
was.
think so.
But if you don't know, so like the Lando show that we were told like years ago that we were gonna get has been in hiatus. They know like they haven't heard anything. But just a few weeks ago, apparently it's been officially announced that Donald Glover and was it his brother?
Mhm.
They're co-writing the Lando series.
So it's not disappeared like we thought it was. Like we thought it was gone. Apparently it's not
Right.
gone and they're working on it right now. And I wonder if that had a lot to do with his like Donald Glover's other projects and they're kind of all done now and they're kind of
I think it was that, and then there was like COVID hit, and like it was like a low priority to like focus on writing that show and all that jazz. So I'm
I thought that
excited.
was announced before COVID.
No, it was announced like it came out like that summer that the movie came out, like 2018.
Mhm.
But like I think just with COVID hitting in 2020, like
It just doesn't feel like it was that long ago that it was announced, but it makes sense.
yeah. So I think with a lot of COVID stuff, like a lot of like some of their projects are just kind of put on the back burner until
Yeah.
they could get in the swing of things again.
Yeah, where did they announce that at?
But the Donald Glover writing,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it was just.
it was just announced.
I think Donald Glover maybe said it like on social media or something.
Oh, wow.
And then I saw like IGN posted,
Confirm it.
so yeah, so it might have been an interview or something. But yeah, so we'll
That's
see.
exciting.
It's gonna be. I'm sure it'll be 3 years away before we get it or something. But
Yeah, or even more with the writer's strike and
there's
stuff.
it. Well, he's his own writer. He can do whatever he wants if
True.
he's.
And also with that, yeah, with him being his own writer, he kind of can set his own pace for how much he's getting paid and stuff. So
Yeah.
if he announced that during the writer's strike, it's probably the only project that's actually still in the works right now.
Right.
So we actually might get sooner than we thought.
All right. Cool. That was your number 2.
That was my number 2. Yeah, Jabba the Hutt.
All right, my number 2 is Jedi Master I'm a Gundai
Oh yeah.
and his Outer Rim Garrison. So when we did our top 5 troopers, like trooper classes or whatever it was, like the Outer Rim Garrison was one of them, and they were led by Jedi Master I'm a Gundai, which I'm gonna die because they just killed him off. And so we literally only get like 2 minutes with him. But I would really like. I thought he was really cool Jedi. He was really like trying to inspire his troopers to like keep fighting, even though they all got killed. But I thought he was a cool looking. He's a Nick-2, and the Outer Rim Garrison, they just look cool with their Commander Keeley or Captain Keeley, whatever. I think it'd be cool just to have like a story
arc of
about
that.
like them going on missions and stuff and all that jazz. And so I almost had him as my number 1 just because I think the Outer Rim Garrison is so cool. But I had because it was such a simple story, just because there's just a squad of troopers with a Jedi, like it's not going to be as exciting
It'd
as
still be cool though.
yeah. All right. Well, before we get into our number 1s, we should probably do a little commercial break.
Yeah.
Because even though this is a quick episode tonight and you don't need coffee to stay up necessarily, but you still need coffee every day, right, Drew?
Facts.
Except for me,
Right.
I've never had a cup of coffee, but that's
We might
just
change
me.
that Empire Con.
I don't know about that. But if you are a coffee drinker or a tea drinker, take a listen to our sponsor today from Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea.
Hey everyone, Andrew here. I'm pleased to tell you that the sponsor of today's episode is Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea. If you don't know anything about Wesley Andrews, you definitely should. They're an award-winning coffee roaster and shop in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they make fantastic coffee. The awesome thing is that whether you live in the Twin Cities or not, you can get their coffee beans delivered straight to your door by ordering them online. They even have a subscription service that ensures you never run out of amazing coffee. If you've been looking for some new coffee to try or a way to elevate your normal coffee routine, now's your chance. Head over to wesleyandrews.cc, use the code EMPIRERADIO, that's with a capital E and a capital R with no space at checkout, to get 15% off your first purchase of any bags of coffee or a coffee subscription. I can't think of a better deal. Get 15% off some great coffee, support a small business, and support your favorite Star Wars podcast. In the words of Emperor Palpatine, do it.
Do it.
Oh yeah, Daddy Paps is
Daddy
Daddy Paps. Daddy Palps is in the chat. Lucy popped in.
Lucy, Daddy Palps. You guys excited for Empire Con?
Yeah, Daddy Palps will be there. Lucy will be there. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we're at our number ones. Before we do our number ones, we should do some honorable mentions. You have any other honorable mentions?
I do.
So who do you got?
So honorable mission I got would be Bosk.
Yeah. I was thinking like all those bounty hunters.
Pretty much all those bounty hunters. IG-88 would be a cool one to get.
I almost said Dengar. I almost had him on my list.
Dengar is definitely should have been on my lips instead on my list instead of Aura Singh. Honestly, like Dengar would be cool only because he calls in a lot. But
He hasn't done that in a long time.
yeah, come on, Dengar, step it up.
The last
bro.
time
Where you been?
The last time he sent us one was when Andrew left, and it was him out of character. Like, that's the guy sending a voice message just for Andrew. So he's
back. So
he's from across the pond too. So so Dengar, if you're listening, we'd love to hear from you. What are you up to
Andrew's
these
back
days?
now. So
yeah. So
no excuses. We should have like an announcement. We should
Daddy Pelps. He was on my list actually tonight. So go back and you can listen to that.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna say?
Maybe we should have an announcement that says in bright, like Andrew's back, just like a short thing. So Andrew listeners, because we know they're out there.
Yeah.
Will maybe come back.
I was thinking I should put like in parentheses featuring Andrew like for all of our episodes, but like I keep forgetting to do that.
But do it first before you even announce the name. Featuring Andrew and then the episode.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like I think for like
IG-11 would be cool too.
Yeah. Like it's just like a lot of like people like what are the backstories? That's like I just want to know like where they came from.
Exactly.
And then I think one that we only have a single name drop of it would be like Plagueis. Like I think we're going to get Plagueis eventually in what's the show? Acolyte. I think he'll eventually be in that show. I think we're going to see him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we can get him, but like I think that would be really cool. Then if we see him, we'll definitely see young Sheev Palpatine.
The other Jedi too that helped start the Clone Wars.
Oh, Sifo Dyas?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in Jedi or Dooku Jedi Lost,
I haven't read that one yet. No.
So you get a lot of them in there actually because he's Dooku's best friend. So and he does have some really interesting because he's like tormented by Force visions, like
Anakin.
No, like not just like he has a dream, like he goes in like crazy scenes where he's just freaking out and like he's like basically borderline insane.
Oh wow!
And like the Jedi don't really help him as much as they should, and kind of just like whatever. And so he's in that book. He's really good. He's an interesting character, and it'd be cool to see more of him.
Yeah.
And so that's a good one.
He almost made my list.
I should probably had him on my list. Definitely the ice cream bucket guy that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Because like the funny thing is, I don't even need to know that guy's story. I just want to know where the actor went to because no one knows who the actor is. There's no credit for him. No one knows the name of the guy. Like people have tried to track him down. Like
he's like the second most cosplayed Star Wars character of all time.
Yeah, like I don't know how old he was in episode 5 when we see him, but like that was 40 years ago. So like he might be.
And we couldn't find him then. They can't. Who knows?
I just want to know what the ice cream bucket was. Like, do we even know what that is? Like, what was in
Well,
it?
we probably money because
Money?
we see it in the Mando thing, and it had
Is that
Beskar in it.
is that the same thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh, maybe he has like kyber. What if it has like kyber crystals? Like,
Chris-
what if he's like,
No, because when they made it so it's like a safe, so like it gives you different contents of that now. So it's like before it's like what is that? What is he carrying? Is it a bomb? Is it ice cream? Like, but now we're like that boy is right away with some money, yo. Like he had something in that safe and he was booking it. He's like, no, this is my money. I got to get out of here. Like, so I don't know. Who knows what was in there, but it was valuable. So,
yeah?
because I think you can at Galaxy's Edge now, you can buy that ice cream bucket. Like you can buy that
Does
thing.
it have ice
Yeah,
cream in it?
I think it has.
Is it like full size or is this like a little mini one?
I think no, it's like a bigger one. It's not like the full size one, but it's like an in between. Like
They
it's a
got to have a
pretty.
small one where
You
they
should
can
have like a
put
tiny one that you have
like
open it.
A Ben and Jerry's like thing fits
Yeah,
in
that'd be
there.
dope. That would be sick. Some blue milk ice cream.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I've never tried
blue.
the blue milk, so I don't know.
It's like a. It's like
Is it like Yoj? Remember? Do they still sell Yoj?
what's
You remember that?
no.
Like the flavored milks, like when we were a kid, like the flavored milk. And then they call it
Oh yeah,
Yoj.
yeah. No, it's not like that. It's like it was like a coconut, like
Oh, gross! I'm out.
fruity
I'm
drink.
out.
It's actually pretty good.
I don't like coconut.
Well, okay, that's fair.
Captain Phasma, Daddy Palp says.
Captain.
Does she have a Is she in the comics? Does she have like a comic backstory in comics? Maybe I don't know.
It's a trap guy.
Oh, Admiral Akbar.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I think we see a little bit of him in Clone Wars when we do the Mon Calamari episode, the underwater one, season 4.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's one of my favorite story like arcs in Clone Wars. Just
it'd
'cause it
be
was
cool to see Admiral Akbar become admiral.
Yeah.
Like see how he gets into that role and what connections he had.
Yeah. Also, Nine Nub, the pancake face,
Oh yeah.
him laughing, ha 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 ha, like,
Well, the guy in the skeleton guy that we see in
oh, Two Tubes,
is that his name?
as his nickname that we see in Rogue One and
Yeah.
Andor, Two Tubes. This is his nickname. I don't know what his actual name is.
Or Snaggletooth.
Isn't that a species?
I think it's the name of the character.
I think that's the species. Snaggletooth. I think that's a species. Chat, let us know. Is Snaggletooth a species or a character name?
I thought it was a character because he had a tooth that would hang out.
Oh, maybe that's just a species. Does it? They all look like that.
Maybe.
Also, we can't forget Broom Kid.
No, we can.
He's
And
definitely gonna be a
he's gonna
Padawan
be,
in the Rey movie.
Freaking
I'm telling you,
bro.
he's gonna be like 20 years old in that
Carrying a
movie.
broom.
He's gonna open it up like Maul with his walking
Dude,
cane.
I
thing.
totally forgot that. Yeah, we're definitely seeing that stupid guy. We are seeing him in that movie. Gosh dang it.
He's gonna look just like. I hope he looks just like you.
Oh, no.
Smooth head and everything, and then he just has the broom and he can open it up and it's his lightsaber. I think that'd be cool.
We're definitely gonna get that stupid kid. If his name is Drew, I'm done, dude. I am done.
It's gonna be like a sound like Drew. It's gonna be like Drewmus or something like that. Andrewus or something.
I would rage. Oh gosh.
Andrew Broommaker.
What's the there's that other character in the cantina. He's that devil character.
Oh, the Devorian.
Yeah. It'd be
That's
kind of cool.
Yeah. Lucy says, according to Wikipedia, Snaggletooth is a nickname for the species Snivian, but it is also the nickname for a specific Snivian Zutton. Interesting.
I
Thanks,
have
Lucy.
that figure somewhere.
Yes, the I'm wanted in 5 parsecs guy. That'd be cool. Like, what did he do?
Mm. I think another character that would have a cool story arc too would be what's that comedian that's in that
Oh,
we
Bill
get him?
Burr.
Yeah, Bill Burr's character.
Mayfeld.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
See him as a clone. He wasn't a clone trooper. He was an Imperial sniper.
Yeah.
But like seeing him at that thing that where they kill all the people and like he's like pissed about it, like because
Hmm.
so many stormtroopers were killed. He's like that's what caused him to hate the Empire. Like
Yeah.
cool to see that scene.
And those brother and sister also from that heist episode from season 1.
Oh, the Twi'leks.
Yeah, that would be cool. Actually, that whole group
Yeah,
would be cool to see them like on their own and then interact with Mando some. I think that'd be actually a really cool show.
yeah.
Blue guy. Who's blue guy?
The Mithril.
Oh heck! Stop.
What
Bro,
did he do that?
nothing.
he's from-
He didn't
he's from
pay
a-
his taxes, bro. That's what he did. I'm so glad he was in season 3. I totally just remember that.
Dude, maybe he's like half Chiss, and that's why he's blue. And he's like Thrawn's like right side man. Like screw Eli Vantu, it's gonna be
Yeah.
Mithril guy. All right, well, we've been ranted.
Mithril.
There's tons and tons of characters that we could have as honorable mentions. But let us know. We'll have it as a Q&A. But what is a minor character that you would love to? Ooh, Obi-Wan's brother.
Ooh.
Which Daniel Contreras says he thinks it's the guy in the Ahsoka series, Balin, which that'd be so cool if it was, but
we kind of already know that
probably
it's
not.
not.
But
Unless he changed his name.
Lobot. All right, we're done with honorable mentions. Drew, what is your number one minor character that you wish you could see more of?
My number 1, you guys know him. You guys love him. And we're going to know more of him. Dex.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Of course that's your number one because they just announced. Oh, he has a button. They just announced like last week or something like that he's gonna get his own short.
Yeah.
Which is probably just gonna be a little like 2-minute him like
cooking in the
cooking
kitchen or
something.
stupid, but whatever.
But
I'll take it.
I'm actually kind of excited for that. That's gonna be kind of cool. I hope it's like at least like 10 minutes or something. Something if it's like a 2-minute thing, like that'd be kind of lame. But
Yeah, be cool to see him with like young Obi-Wan.
Young Obi-Wan, like how they met.
Mm-hmm. Do we know is it animation or is it live action?
I'm sure it's animation. Yeah,
probably. Either way, I'm excited for it, and yeah, of course he's my number 1, bro. Come on. Dude,
yeah,
that's like
I want to know like how he knows so much about the galaxy.
Exactly, dude. There's so much.
Oh
like,
dang! Yeah. Oh, it's EU. Never mind.
Yeah.
Red Buff says that they in the EU you see how Obi-Wan and him meet, but maybe we could look it up though to see like what because maybe they might inspire something from that story,
or we can just not and be surprised. But yeah, I'm excited for it, and yeah, I think his character is super funny and cool, and I love it. So I'm excited for the short that we're gonna get.
All right, cool. All right, my number 1, I kind of cheated because it's 2 people, but it's 2 Jedi Masters that were on the Jedi Council that we got nothing about. So, well, we get some of them in the High Republic stuff, but Yarl Poof, which is a long neck, skinny guy, looks like a Kaminoan. So, like, I was always interested about him, but apparently he dies sometime between episode 1 and 2. So, like we see him in episode 1 on the Jedi Council, and I know that there's a lot of content and references that he has in the High Republic books because he's super old. He's hundreds of years old. But also from the Jedi Council, Oppo Rancisis, I think is how you say his name. He's the guy that looks like a giant snake, but with like a Wookiee like
Oh
top.
yeah.
I'm like, why didn't we never
What is
see
this, dude? Yeah.
like it's like such a weird. It's like a Wookiee and a giant snake had a baby or something. Like it's really weird. Like he's just kind of
Those jungles get wild, man.
you just see him on the Jedi Council. I think you might see him in the Clone Wars, just kind of
That's how
like
we did too.
strolling in the background. But like, I don't think we ever hear him talk. I don't think we ever see him do anything. And I was kind of looking up, and he survived Order 66, and like he went into hiding or something.
Red Buff said that he's in.
That is true. I
That's
did
three
see that when I looked it
Clone
up, but that's the EU, so it doesn't matter. But yes, I do. Yes, he is in there. So I think it'd be cool to see these two guys in action because they're super old, and maybe I should look into those High Republic books again because I know I'm curious about that story still. But yeah, and for the longest time, I always thought that Yarrow Poof was a Kaminoan, and like for the longest time, I was like, it doesn't make like in episode 2, Obi-Wan is like, you know, who are these Kaminoans? I never heard of them. Where's this planet? This planet's missing. Like no one's ever heard of the Kaminoan. I'm like, dude, there's like a Kaminoan right on Jedi Council. Like, are you this stupid? But but apparently it's a whole different species, and so.
But with that, you kind of mentioned it. You guys let us know if you guys want us to continue the High Republic books.
Well, speaking of that, like I did ask the Q&A.
Oh yeah.
From last week for what next book to do, and none of the responses for the High Republic stuff, which is kind of sad. Like,
well, what is it?
So here's their answers. Pizza says Padawan, the Queen trilogy, and Brotherhood were among my favorites. I love Anakin and Obi-Wan. I did not know if you read any of these yet. So there's those. Aaron Noob says Master and Apprentice, which is something that I've been curious about. Rosa 112, Rosa with a Z, not an S, says Lost Stars.
Heck yeah!
Nate Keeney says, I would love to see y'all do the Aftermath trilogy, but you should do more EU books because they're better than canon books. Okay. I've felt like a lot of people have said the Aftermath
I heard
books.
I've read the first one and it was okay. A lot of it was actually Han and stuff, which was kind of cool. But then like I heard after the first one though, it kind of just dropped.
Yeah, I kind of heard it was kind of terrible.
The writers are kind of all over the place, so.
But we'll see. Jonathan says Alphabet Squadron, one of my personal favorites. It's a very character focused, and it looks into how the war has affected their lives. It's very, very well written, and a great side story of the galaxy. And then Addie says A New Dawn.
I've heard about that one.
I'm not sure which one that is, but
it's about New Dawn.
But the one that like I want to kind of do is the Quinlan Voss one though, called Dark Disciple. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like the one I kind of really want to.
I think we need to go with the fans
and do Aftermath and not
Lost Stars.
Dude, I don't. Maybe someday, but I was like,
what if that was like Jerica's like other account that she wrote that Lost Stars in?
I don't know. It's profile pictures is like Minecraft or something, so I don't think that's.
You know, Jerica would be down for that too.
Yeah, if we do that, maybe we got to have Jerica on the podcast for that one.
Jerica, if you're listening, write to us and say yes. Do it. Let's go.
All right, and then also there was this extra comment in here from Connor McClowski. Says, I don't know much about the books. I just want to say that you guys really helped me out on the daily. I'm starting 8th grade, and I'm kind of nervous for everything, but you guys help clear my mind. Thanks. Well,
Well,
we're happy we're here helping
cool.
you out, getting through the
Yeah.
day.
Shout out for you. There's a lot of content out there.
Yeah, but don't worry
8th
about
grade's
8th
nothing,
grade.
bro.
I'm assuming unless you moved that you're in the same school and you're gonna have the same friends and stuff, so it shouldn't be too bad. But remember, when you're in middle school, everybody's nervous and everybody's worried about what everyone's thinking about them, but like no one's thinking about you really like that. So
Well, and it's one of those things, right? Is like when you're in that age, everyone tells you that too. Like it doesn't matter. It's whatever. Like they're gonna forget about it, and that it's true. It is very true. But I know it's kind of annoying when every adult tells you that. I remember when I went to 8th grade, I actually went to a different school, and it was the same school I went to until I became a senior. Like until I graduated, it was the school I graduated from. But I remember going into 8th grade was a little bit nerve wracking for me too because I switched schools completely. But honestly, like I don't remember that. I remember going to that, and I remember actually I kind of remember a lot about 8th grade because I have like those same friends like even now, and like some of them were even in my wedding. So like I do remember that, but that's only because I went to school to the end. But if you're going to school now and then you're gonna go to a different high school one more year and then you're gonna make all new friends and it doesn't matter. You
okay.
potentially might never see those people again. But
Yeah, the only people from middle school that I continued to see was like a few of them that happened to go to the same high school that I went to,
mhm.
and so that was only like a few, and so yeah. But high school, that's gonna be a big shock. Like that's always like the super like different than like as middle school, you're kind of more like older elementary school, kind of like it's kind of like that a little bit.
See, the way my school was like 7th and 8th graders were on the same side as high schoolers.
Oh dang.
So like I like had the same locker from 8th grade all the way until I was a senior. And then I was in the same homeroom from 8th grade all the way until I was a senior. So like for me, it was like 8th grade was like my
Just
9th grade for most
right.
people. But that's like not normal. So you'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So just keep being yourself. Maybe you can start a Star Wars club or meet some other
Star Wars
nerds.
friends.
That's what you gotta do. So don't worry about it. It'll be good. All right. Well, back to our list. So your
Daddy
number
problems
one,
in the
your
chat.
number one was
Dex.
Dex, and my number one was Yarrow Poof and Oppo Rancissus. As I think it's how you Rancissis Rancissis. But yeah, those are our top 5 minor characters that we would love to have more from. So let us know in the Spotify Q&A what minor characters
Yeah.
you like, what you're curious about, what you want more story for, because that would be cool. Because there's probably so many people that we forgot about and characters we forgot about that we could probably change our list. So like,
True.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, let's transition over to voicemail time.
It's voicemail time.
All right, cool. Well, we have 5 voicemails tonight.
Ooh.
And so our first one is from a first time sender.
Ooh.
And it's interesting because he has a book recommendation for us. So let's take a listen to Dylan.
Hello, this is Dylan, and I have to say I'm a big fan of the podcast, and I was wondering if you can do the Saddle of the Sith by Adam Christopher. I think it'd be very neat if you did this book, because it's filling a lot of details that the Rise of Skywalker doesn't give you about Luke and Ethical and Lando, and their quest to find it, and Rey, and also my Star Wars hot take is that I like the sequel trilogy, and I don't think they're terrible. Bye.
All right, thank you, Dylan. That is a hot take.
And also, I'm surprised Dylan likes listening to us. Then half of the podcast is me trashing episode 8, but
Yeah, but his book recommendation was Shadows of the Sith, which is the Lando Luke book, which takes place after. So it's Lando and Luke were the ones searching for Ochi. Remember that ship that crashes on that planet that they find in the desert? You remember Lando was in episode 9?
yes,
And so the ship that is stuck in
Yes.
the sand, they had Ochi in it, the guy that was hunting down
Yes.
Rey's parents.
yes.
Lando and Luke were searching for Ochi.
Oh,
So it's that story.
well, that's kind of cool.
So I've heard about that. I don't really know a lot about it, but I remember hearing about it. And so
Yeah, maybe we should. Maybe that would make us like episode 9 more.
Maybe. Because like he said it adds more context. And so it'll be interesting.
The
to
more
see.
context you get with the the sequels, honestly does help you like it. Like I like
That's
right.
my whole theory, the long game.
Okay.
With everything from last week. Go
okay.
check out the Thrawn thing.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
This movie's gonna suck by itself, but if we spend years and years adding content to lead up to it, it's gonna be a lot better.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you never know, Dylan. We might.
Well, and I was gonna say I liked The Rise of Skywalker more after I read that book.
Right.
Like after I read the Rise of Skywalker book, I really enjoyed that movie more. And that is one of those, like, honestly, like I'll go to that movie before I'll even go to Force Awakens.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that how you ranked them before?
I think so. Like, I don't know. I liked. It kind of felt like we're going back to the roots because the Palpatine was back.
Right.
And yes, it was like an easy way to bring more fans to come back and watch it. And I remember my experience. Like I watched it in Orlando at the AMC outside of like not Hollywood Studio. Where's the
Universal Studios?
Universal, yeah. So like I watched it in Florida, and then the next day I went to Galaxy's Edge, and it was like.
And you got to shame those teenage girls that were happy about the kiss.
Oh yeah.
And when he died, he's like, yeah.
Yes, I remember that too. Yes, that was good.
All right, thank you, Dylan. It's good to hear from you.
Bye, Daddy Palps. We'll see you soon.
Yep, and Dylan, don't be afraid to send in more voicemails.
Yeah,
so I'd love to hear from you. All right, well, we got now 2 from Will. So let's take a listen to number 1 from Will.
Hey, Empire Radio. Will here. I just got back from GalaxyCon over the past weekend. Man, does Billy D. Williams cost a lot for a signature? Oh boy. My credit card was hurting. My credit card was hurting that day. Oh man. But if you could meet any Star Wars celebrity, who would you meet? I, of course, got to meet Billy D. Williams and the voice actor for Mulan and Fennec Shand.
Ooh.
The Billy D. Williams wasn't really that talkative. Fennec Shand was more talkative, so I think I like Fennec Shand just a tiny bit more.
All right, thanks. Ming-Na Wen, right? That's how you say her name?
Yes.
I can never...
Is that the voice actor, though?
Yeah, it's Mulan. Fennec Shand is Mulan.
Well, he's a voice actor of Mulan. I was, like, confused by that. Yes. Oh, yeah, I feel like I would be more excited to meet her than Billy D.
Yeah, she's very charismatic and...
Yeah, and I also like Billy D is like...
He's like 80-something, isn't he?
I
You
think
ever
he's
see him
like
on
high.
Dancing with the Stars?
No,
He was on Dancing with the Stars like 5-6 years ago, and it was like this guy's like, I hate being here right now. This is like the worst. Like he was
dude,
like,
he is so old, bro, and he can like barely walk and like.
so basically he just sat there and stole everybody's money for signatures.
Yeah.
But who would we want to meet from the Star Wars family?
Well,
I don't know.
I do.
Ashley Eckstein, maybe. I don't know, I'm just on like
You can meet her coming up.
That's gonna cost a lot of money to like.
It's like $60. You'd be
Oh,
good.
gosh.
You're fine. Get your pop sign.
I don't know. We'll see.
Meet your crush.
Should I be like Nilda and get her
Your tattoo. Your first tattoo. No, bro. I'll support that. I'll help pay for it.
Would you help pay for it?
Like, yeah.
How much?
dude.
How much would that cost just to have
Just a signature?
the signature tattooed over? Like, how much would that tattoo cost?
I mean, I have a guy. It'd probably be like $100.
You always have a guy.
Yeah, I do.
If you need a guy for anything, Drew
I
has a
got
guy
you.
for you. Trying to think like who would be
My favorite thing in life is having guys.
Yeah.
Who you need?
I would say honestly, Sam Witwer would be really cool. I think Tanner just met him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd be cool. Just like I don't know, he just seems like a cool guy. He's just like knows everything. Like he's just like a nerd. Like he was a Star Wars fan first, and then he got involved. Like that, those are the best ones. Like
he would be cool. I think Ewan McGregor would be sweet. Like to meet Obi-Wan would be dope.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel is he like charismatic though, like with fans? Because he doesn't really do cons, does he?
He doesn't really do cons, but anytime you see him like interacting with fans, he's always super like grateful. And he's on camera, so I don't know.
Okay, this isn't a family friendly thing, so I can't say the whole thing, but there's a clip that you can find on YouTube of him talking about him having an interaction with someone driving with him or next to him, like in a different car, and them looking over and seeing Ewan McGregor, and it was this.
You're gonna have to tell me this story off air.
You're gonna have to Google it. It's not necessarily kid friendly with some of the words.
Flick him off or something.
Something I don't know. We'll see. You'll see. But
I think he would be cool. I mean, if he's at a con, he's gonna put on that face.
Right.
Hayden Christensen.
Oh, Hayden, yeah, he'd be cool.
That would be cool. He's doing them now. He hasn't done them for a while, but now he's starting to
he's
make
doing
his
it.
rounds.
And I think with the rumor that he's gonna have a flashback scene in the Ahsoka series, like he's gonna be doing more stuff for that.
Yeah. I also think meeting Boba Fett. That's on my list.
We met one Boba Fett already.
Okay, I mean the real one. Ever since that
the real one died though.
True facts, but I'm saying the recent real one.
Tamara Morrison.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to meet him really bad. That's my goal. I want him to sign my Boba Fett helmet.
Does he do comic or cons?
He does, but the thing is, he doesn't live in America.
Oh, it's New Zealand he's from, so
yeah, so he's not over here that much to do them.
Well, maybe when you go to Star Wars Celebration in Japan in 2025, and there's going to be something with the Mandoverse, maybe you can be him then in Japan.
He'll probably be there.
Have him do
but then I'm gonna bring my helmet, have him sign it.
Well, how committed are you? Okay, like
facts. That's true. I did that poster of Deadpool taking a selfie with Boba Fett.
Oh yeah,
it'd be cool to get Deadpool and him to sign.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Sweet.
That'd
be a cool piece. Yeah.
But we mentioned him earlier. I would love to meet the guy who was the ice cream bucket guy. I want to be the guy that finds him and
I think he's no longer with us. Jeremiah.
He's like living in like his best life, as like retired in some cabin in somewhere. It's like I track him down and he's just sitting there holding his ice cream bucket.
full of rubies.
Yeah.
I've already met Palpatine, but I think that should be on everyone's list.
Ian McDermott, yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting old. Is he 80 yet?
Dude, he's up there. And he's
Yeah,
over 80, dude. He has to be. He's
I don't
older
know.
than Lando.
If I knew how to spell Ian. Ian.
Ian.
I
That's
was
the
like,
word. Out of
I-
those two names, Ian's the one that drew him.
now I gotta figure out how to spell McDermott.
Yes, that makes more sense.
All right, I'm gonna. Okay,
He's
Wikipedia
78.
is
Okay, so how old
Okay.
is Lando then? Chat.
Billy
Yeah,
D.
Billy D. Williams has to be younger than.
Oh my gosh,
No.
he's 86 years old.
Oh my god.
I didn't think he was. I thought he was like 80, 81, but 86.
No,
Holy.
I knew he was up there, but I didn't realize that Ian McDermott's only 78.
Dude, he has a good 10 years
Dude.
left in him. Doing more.
Well, yeah.
We need him doing more Palpatine stuff.
He looks more capable.
Oh yeah, he's up, young, bigger. He's a young 78.
That means he would play Lando in like what 80 when he was like 84, 83 in Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, so that would have been probably filmed over 4 years ago. So he was in early 80s, 82.
He looked rough then.
That's why he was sitting down the whole time.
No, seriously. In any walking scene, he had a cane because he literally has to have a cane.
Dude, was he even walking ever? He was just always sitting.
There's like the one point where he takes off his mask or whatever.
But I thought he was just sitting down in there.
Oh, maybe.
Then there's a scene at the end where he's like talking to like maybe his daughter, but he was like flirting with her. I'm like, whoa,
yeah,
dude.
it was kind of the.
They
They cut that out for a reason.
They didn't cut it out, did they?
I thought they did. I thought that was like a leaked scene later. No,
No, that was in the movie.
that was
That's
in the
how-
movie. Okay, then
yeah.
yeah, that's just weird.
Yeah.
They should cut that out.
It's like, yeah, I don't know where my family is. Well, let's go find out together. Okay.
Whoa.
All right. Thank you, Will. But number 2 from Will. Let's take a listen.
Hey again, Empire Radio. Will here. I also got some pretty cool Star Wars art. One is the mural that's in Rebels and in Ahsoka. Get hype. And next was the Revenge of the Sith. You know the scene between Anakin and Obi-Wan on Mustafar. The high ground scene. That is going in my office whenever I move. Both of them. There's no exception. I am taking those with me.
All right. Cool. He did post pictures of those in the Discord,
I was
so
gonna say I kind of want to see what they look like.
join the Discord. Yeah, they're really cool. Yeah, so that'd be cool to have like that mural, like
Oh yeah.
like your whole wall.
Oh,
That'd be
there's
cool.
like 2 things I want. I want that mural, the cartoon, obviously, like a poster of that, and then I also want a poster of season 7 of Clone Wars. I know everyone and their grandmother has it, but I really want that.
All right. Well, I'm sure you can get one just fine. Just order it right now. You all done?
Yeah, it's true.
All right, but yeah, and then I don't know. I also think it's called Mandalorian cubic art. It's like that the carvings that they have on the walls in the Mandalorian episodes, like Clone Wars, and you see it in the castle too in season 3 of Mando. I think that stuff is really cool. It's like ancient Jedi fighting ancient Mandalorians and stuff. That'd be cool to have a whole wall of that.
Do you know where in Discord he posted those?
Maybe art and crafts under miscellaneous channels. Dang, Drew, join the Discord and maybe you know what's going on
So
in
many
Discord.
channels.
But while you're looking for that, we have 2 voicemails from Lucy.
Ooh.
So let's take a listen to number 1.
Hi everyone, it's Lucy. I've got a lot to say this week, so this is part 1 of 2 voicemails. First up, I really liked your episode about the Thrawn trilogy last week. Those books are fantastic. I love the Chiss, Thrawn's genius, and the whole plot for Thrawn to rise through the ranks in the Empire to help the Chiss, which is all very apparent in my VCU voicemails. Also, to clarify my last voicemail, I only meant that Obi-Wan cares a lot about sticking to the Jedi Code and listening to the Council and being more orthodox than Qui-Gon and Anakin, mainly from the time he was Qui-Gon's apprentice up to the later seasons of Clone Wars. We also see in the Master and Apprentice book by Claudia Gray and in The Phantom Menace that while he's a student, he struggles with Qui-Gon's unorthodox approach, so that's just where my claim was coming from. I'll be back in a minute with part 2.
All right. Cool. Yes, the Thrawn trilogies was great, except for
Yeah.
that second book, which was kind of terrible in my opinion.
Mm.
But if you want to hear our thoughts on the canon Imperial era Thrawn trilogy, that's last week's episode 216. So that was a long episode. Go check that out.
But also, Carter Gray. We could read that one, Master and Apprentice. She also wrote Lost Stars, so maybe you can read it.
Stop trying to like put my
You'll
put my feet in the water to like
yeah,
no,
kind of.
I gotta guard my
slowly.
heart against this temptation. So
Dude, it's the best Star Wars book. You're just disappointing yourself. Your heart wants it. You just don't
no, it
realize
doesn't.
yet.
My heart does not want
It does.
There's other books that I
Lucy,
would
have
rather.
you read Lost Stars?
She'll let us know in the
chat. She's
still there, or send us a voicemail, which won't be played till
She said
she
dot,
has.
dot, yes.
That means something she did not like.
Did you not like it?
I think that's. What
We can
she-
refund your Empire Con ticket right now.
No, we're not.
No, I did.
Just a little older.
Oh yeah, it's an older book. It was like one of the first Disney books, I think.
Interesting. I don't know. I think there's a little more to that dot.
Yeah.
The content, I mean, less age appropriate. Oh, so is it for more?
I mean, they do some things in there that there's a couple.
It
it just depends.
No, just because you said that, it's not going to happen.
It's a young adult book.
Well, we're a family friendly, so.
But we read adult novels. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, thank you, Lucy, for also clarifying because she made the statement that Obi-Wan wanted to be like a poster Jedi, and I was like, that's a hot take. And she clarified, well, is this more like he's kind of just not unorthodox like others? So makes sense. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah. But let's take a listen to voicemail number 2 from Lucy.
Hi again, still Lucy. I've got big news. I finally finished season 3 of The Mandalorian. It was pretty good. I especially loved the finale and the episode before that. It's just really empowering to see all the Mandalorians working together for this common goal of reclaiming their home. Also, poor Addie can finally stop worrying about spoiling it for me in our books. Speaking of which, to just echo Addie's voicemail from last week, thank you so much for bringing the two of us together. She already covered it all, and I don't want to take away from anything she said, but it's been a very happy year of friendship, so thank you. Finally, I have got a question for you. What is your favorite type of episode to make? Book reviews, show breakdowns, EU with Andrew, cantina discussion, dream team face-off, the list goes on. Have a great day, and may the Force be with you.
All right. Thank you, Lucy.
Alrighty, Lucy.
So she likes season 3. Maybe she liked it more than we did. I don't know. Have you been listening to our break? No, Lucy. Have you been listening to the breakdowns that we had as you were watching, or not? We were kind of.
I like it.
We had mixed feelings.
She said she's not caught up yet.
All right. Well, yeah, kind of for us, it kind of blurred all together, kind of like as one thing. Whereas in the first 2 seasons, like you can go back and think like every episode individually, like what happened, but it's all blurred together, so it's kind of like a different story. But it was still good. I like the
Yeah.
Bo-Katan was the best part of that.
Grogu's mom. Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes though was when the armor was like Lady Kree's. What was it? What was it? The thing I can't even remember now. Your support has come. What was it? When she's like, your
I
reinforcements
know
have
what you're talking about.
arrived.
Oh yeah.
Lady Kree's, your reinforcements have arrived. I really like that. So, it was just so epic. And then
That
they have,
whole time though, we thought that the armor was bad too.
oh, we felt so bad.
She
Lucy
probably
might not
didn't
even know
get
that.
Like
So
there was like
Lucy,
a time where everyone thought
that 7th episode was called The Spy.
Mhm.
And everyone after that episode thought that the armor was a spy because she leaves the group and like she's been undercover this whole time. She's been working with Moff Gideon. Everyone was on the internet was this, she's gonna betray them all, blah blah blah.
Yep.
And then we were all wrong, and she wasn't a spy. And so I'm like, if I ever meet the actress, like I'm gonna be like, I have to apologize. I thought you were gonna betray the Mandalorians. I'm so sorry. I thought you were a spy. Like that was an intense week for that theory. Everyone was so scared. But yes, and then also yes about you and Addie's friendship. Awesome. And what was your question? Oh, favorite episodes that we.
Oh
do.
yeah. What do we like to create the most?
I like when we can argue. Like last week was
Okay,
good.
chill, child.
I like when we can.
I felt like you didn't like last week because me and Andrew kind of.
I was
up
so
against you.
mad that Drew, you were just so unwilling to see my argument. That's all.
That's still kind of am, but
That's so lame. And I was even thinking today that even before they started filming season 1 of Mandalorian, they talked to, remember in the behind the scenes with Mark Hamill, he meets Grogu, the puppet, like before they even start filming season 1. And so those first 2 seasons are already written out and planned out. And so the whole Thrawn stuff was already in play before they started filming season 1. So more evidence towards my argument. But favorite episodes, I really like back in the day the Cantina discussions, like you mentioned. But it's hard to do a Cantina discussion with 2 people.
And we like to save every moment with Andrew.
And like we've covered so much content, like with Cantina discussions and just talking about Star Wars in general, that it's hard to come up with like a new Cantina discussion. So it's like a sad thing. Like everyone's always saying we want more Cantina discussions. So I think that's like everyone's
favorite. But at this point, we need your guys' help creating that, because at this point we're kind of like,
yeah. So I'm just
but with what we did tonight, there's a couple things we could just create based on that.
Like what?
Like characters that we don't know a lot of, and like what if this like the piano guy, whatever his name is,
Max Rebo.
Like you can do a Cantina story about him.
I think we would have to do like start doing more what if things.
Yeah.
Like, cause we were like always never like into like what could like
what
like
if
fan theories and like stuff. I think the what if stuff would be fun if we started doing that.
So those are always super fun.
I think when it comes to like episode breakdowns, like I feel like
I like those the most.
I don't know. I like them.
They're my favorite.
But I think they're the best when something in an episode like changes like the big picture of like a big drastic thing that happens. Well, like I like those episodes, but like when it's just like a regular episode when it's like nothing like big happens, like I feel like it's kind of a dragged down episode.
Now that we've had a little bit between shows, I'm excited for Ahsoka. I'm excited to break it down. Oh, yeah. And with Ahsoka, there's gonna be a lot of predictions, a lot of maybes, and we are not a theory podcast, but we like to talk about our predictions for the next episode.
Yeah.
So I think Ahsoka show will be fun. I think what kind of killed that for both of us. Sorry, Addie, I know you're listening. The Bad Batch. This last season kind of ruined. Like, there's a lot of episodes where like I don't even care what happens next week. I just want it to be done. And like we kind of got 2 shows at the same time, and it was not that we were burnt out, but we're kind of ready to do something else.
Right.
Because right before that too, we had like Andor, and then we had Kenobi, and then we had Bad Batch, then we had the Mando season 3. So it was just like it was a lot back to back to back to back. And so like with this little break that we've got, and now this show that we're pretty hyped for, and the Ahsoka stuff, I think I like that part of it. Like Andor, I think Andor was a really fun breakdown show. Like
Oh yeah.
episodes, because we didn't know what was happening. We could kind of like
And it was
predict
so
what would
different than
happen, but
everything else that like
yeah. And
yeah,
like
so
I think the Ahsoka ones are gonna be cool. I also really enjoy breaking down trailers. I don't know if
Oh, yeah.
everyone likes listening to them, but we somehow make a minute and a half trailer go for 2.5 hours. And somehow we do that, but then like we'll break down like a show that's 20 minutes and it only takes us an hour. But the breakdown stop trailer stuff is fun.
Yeah, I always think it's funny because my pastor, he does not watch trailers. Like he hates the concept of a
There's
trailer.
so many people hate trailers.
He's like, I don't. I'm like, you're spoiling the thing. Like I'm like, oh cool, a movie. I'm gonna go see it. Like, I don't need to have a trailer. I'm gonna go see it. And I remember like after we did that Ahsoka trailer, that first one, like I was like, because that was on a Friday that we did that. So on Sunday, I was like, hey, did you see that Ahsoka trailer? I'm like, no. I'm like, well, we just did a 3-hour podcast doing scene by scene, frame by frame, and
frame by frame.
and he's like, oh, so now you know everything that's gonna happen. I'm like, no, we get everything wrong. Why do you do it?
That's why
like,
they're fun. I think that's the funnest thing is like we have all this predictions and all this hope and or like all this thing of why we think it's gonna go this way and that way, and then it's never right. Like we
Yeah.
suck. That's why we're not a theory podcast. Like we suck at this, but it's fun. Like
Yeah.
And I hope you listeners enjoy those episodes too. If not, sorry, because they're long as heck, but they're so cool. I like them. And then when we get Andrew on, anytime we have Andrew on, though, honestly, is my favorite kind of episodes. The EU episodes are really fun.
Yeah.
We like them a lot, but we don't really talk much of them. It's kind of just Andrew telling us everything, and we just listen.
Yeah.
But they're still really fun.
Yeah. All right, I think that's everything that Lucy mentioned in that. But yeah, let us know. Also, we'll have that maybe in the Q&A. You can add that with your My Character. But what episodes are your favorite?
Yeah.
Because
That's
how about this? Also, what is your least favorite episode types? Because like
we'll stop doing them.
We'll stop doing. Like now we haven't done Ewoks in a while, but like I feel like
should do that just for Andrew. Be like, oh Andrew, we have a topic for tonight.
We have a surprise episode thing. Well, he would have to watch it first, but yeah. So, but we're gonna be occupied with
Ahsoka
for 7 weeks, but there's gonna be 8 episodes. So
yeah, week 1 is gonna.
So that the 23rd is gonna be a busy day because we're gonna do breakdowns for both episodes that day, and like we did with Andor, we're gonna watch the first episode, then break it down without watching the second episode, and so we'll be doing that. I'm gonna try and film reactions to Ahsoka, which is gonna be a different setup than I did with other things because I'm gonna try and do it like on my couch rather than.
Have you figured that out yet?
Well, I bought a little lapel mic.
Oh, you did.
But I have like no time. We got Empire Con next week. I got to work on that.
Speaking of announcements, Empire Con, you guys didn't get a trailer or anything for that because it already happened. It's signed up. But next week, we're not doing an episode. The episode's not going to drop until
probably
after Empire Con.
Well,
right?
I'm going to try. So we're going to record an episode, a live
episode.
in-person
Oh,
episode on that Saturday.
Why? What's up with the thing? Oh, in person.
In person, like
I was yeah, that's true. We're always live, but
right.
a live in person episode.
So that's gonna be like a shorter episode. We'll probably keep it no longer than an hour or something, just whatever. But I'm gonna try and have that edited by Sunday night, maybe, if I can get it done, of EmpireCon. If not, maybe for sure before Ahsoka comes out, because after EmpireCon weekend, it's Ahsoka. So we're 2 weeks out from Ahsoka. Yeah. We're a week and a half from EmpireCon, and so
yeah, and EmpireCon is gonna be really cool. We have some fun ideas for that podcast, so you guys that aren't attending will probably enjoy it and like it and get a taste of what could become of EmpireCon 2 if we do one. But anyways.
So no episode next week, but you'll get a delay. Well, technically you get a delayed one that's going to be late, and then you'll get 2 Ahsoka episodes, and then hopefully I'll have my reaction videos edited on YouTube. And so, yeah, there's a lot of non-stop stuff here at Empire Radio for the next few weeks. So,
yeah,
but we're doing it for the fans.
Yeah, honestly,
we love the fans. Thank you for listening to us for all these years and keeping us engaged and all that jazz. But if you want to get connected with Empire Radio even more than you are now, in the description, links.co/Empire Radio, links with 2 eyes. Click that link, landing page for everything Empire Radio. So if you want to join the Discord, it's more the merrier. Like, we love seeing new people join and join the conversation and get in on inside jokes and all that stuff. So join the Discord. It's a lot of fun. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Follow us on YouTube and Twitch, because we live stream on Twitch every week, every episode. So if you want to catch us live before everybody else hears episodes, go check us out. So we'll be doing that for Ahsoka for sure. So definitely check. Are you doing watch parties, I'm assuming?
Yep. Watch parties for Ahsoka.
Yep. So Drew will be doing watch parties on Twitch and then uploading that to YouTube. So go check that out. Join the Discord and we'll keep you posted, like when Drew will be going live. Maybe he'll give a schedule for that on that.
And there'll be a couple Ahsoka episodes, right, that Andrew will be on.
So
for sure,
for sure that first week in September, and then the finale is the first week of October. So
yeah, for sure too.
He might be there for the 23rd for 1 or 2 episodes, maybe.
Yeah,
we don't know yet, but we'll see. And so, tons of content coming out. So follow us there. But yeah, also if you never left a voicemail, send a voicemail to us. Love to hear your questions, your comments, all that jazz. We love non-Star Wars related questions, so send us those questions or comments, whatever you like. And there's our fan email. If you ever want to email us about anything, go right ahead. That's for everybody to send us emails. And what else is there? Oh, needlesslynerdy.com, which is a entertainment network that we're a part of. So if you like nerdy content apart from Star Wars, go check them out. They got other podcasts and stuff on there as well. So, all right. Well, I think that's everything. Drew, anything else?
Non-Star Wars related. Go watch the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in theaters right now.
Oh yeah,
it's awesome. It's fun. It's amazing.
He said it was great, so
I really want to go again.
All right, cool. All right, well, you've been listening to another Top 5-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.